Please enter the conference PIN number. That PIN is invalid for this conference. Please enter the conference PIN number. That PIN is invalid for this conference. Please enter the conference PIN number. You are currently the only person in this conference.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida Talk. It's the new deal.
It is.
Yes, because we are in the media kit.
I saw that.
For Beasley. How you like me now?
Very impressed, AMP2 TV.
That's right. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida. Welcome to New York. If you're freezing your behind, get down here.
If you're from Canada, the birthday boy is in the house.
And today's your birthday. I can't sing because Facebook threw me in jail.
Happy birthday, Freddie Jr.
Wow, complete 22, huh?
Yes, again.
27?
28.
That's what I thought. But I'm thinking, because I knew you were a year older than my daughter, I'm thinking, how'd I lose a year in there? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. How you feeling?
Old.
Old, what do you think?
You got a whole bunch more to go.
Hello.
You got a whole bunch more to go. I remember when I was 28. I was married.
Did you have kids by then?
I married your mother when I was 28, huh?
No kids yet.
No, he wasn't even a thought.
And there
It
he
took
is.
5 years to put that one together.
Happy birthday.
Listen, I want to share with you a couple of stories.
Okay.
Because, I went to Tampa. It was your brother's baby shower. So I'm driving across, doing my thing. And Linda booked the hotel in Tampa. Now, there was a giant soccer game going on in Tampa. Every room in Tampa, in what did I say?
Bradenton?
In Bradenton, is completely booked. There isn't a room, not even on the beach you can stay. Thousands of people from all over the country are playing soccer. So we go down, and at 8 o'clock at night, I go into the worst part of town. And I'm driving through this. And Linda's like, this don't look good. So she got this hotel that was spray painted and had barbed wire on the top. So I said, do you want to stay there? And she goes, no.
Not so much.
So I made a phone call. First try, I get a room at Fiesta Keys on the beach.
I hear Fiesta Key is beautiful.
It is spectacular.
How far is that from Geo?
17 minutes.
Very nice. 17 minutes. Somehow you don't have 17 fingers.
Man, I got so
Did you
lucky.
see that? Did you see he tried to hold up his fingers? And you were missing about 7.
I got so lucky. Now I have a second surprise.
Okay.
My son was fortunate enough to give me for Father's Day a 22-pound Maine Coon cat. Huge boy. Huge, I tell you. So on Saturday, I left late because I went to buy him food at the pet supermarket. And there was this peach-colored feline cat who turned 8 years old. Today is her birthday. Today's her birthday. She's 8. They're not going to adopt an 8-year-old cat. So she's headed to the kill factory or kill room, whatever they call it. So I said, oh, no, you're not. Because my son's birthday's today. And I would like nothing more than to bring this beautiful, it's a peach, her name is Peaches.
Did you take her home?
She's coming home tomorrow night.
Where's she going? At Freddie's house?
Well, I'm going to offer it.
And I'm saying no.
Now this cat is so calm, right, that she got on my lap and fell asleep. So me and this cat have a relationship. Now you know I'm not a cat person,
I'm not a cat person either.
but this cat is gonna love you, love you. It's like a
I'll
giant.
be at your house.
It's like a giant
You're
Q-tip.
going to have 2 cats, and
Well,
you're
I
not a
was
cat person.
And I'm not.
And you're allergic to cats.
Not this guy.
And that makes sense why?
Why is it that everything in life has to make sense? And therein lies today's show. Nothing needs to make sense.
True that.
It just has to be. I knew. You see how I snip? You saw that?
And he tells you I spin it, Leslie, right? Yeah. I've learned from the master of this.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have any questions today, you can call in the show. What's the number?
888-994-4995.
And do not hesitate. We have all sorts of tips going on.
Can you believe it's almost March?
No. You know, that means I'm getting closer to another birthday. Now, I am not going to celebrate my birthday this year.
Okay.
So don't tell nobody when my birthday is. And I'm telling you, don't. Don't. Because I don't want to celebrate.
5 days before mine, which means then you can't tell anyone when mine is.
Oh.
No, she's done it.
I didn't think this through. Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, how do you like that? Last year was birthday week at the cafe because our birthdays are the same week. And this year we're having actually the Brooklyn Cafe TV on Ice, March 23rd.
Did you get your tickets yet?
No, did
The
you?
hell you went? Yeah.
Did you?
No.
I got to get my tickets because I asked my kids who's coming. And I'm like, I'm in, I'm out, I'm there.
Are
I'm
you
not.
coming to this thing on the 23rd of March? Yeah. You don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
Give me the ticket.
I don't think you guys know what we're talking about, do you?
I don't.
March 23rd, we are doing a huge event. Ashley's shaking her head because she does. At the BB&T Center, it is a Panthers game when the Florida Panthers play the Boston Bruins. But on top of this event, if you purchase your tickets through the Groupmatics link on our social media provided by the Panthers, $6 from each ticket goes back to one of these amazing foundations that you see listed on this animation that Hector put together. Plus, there have more that have joined. So all you have to do is type in the name of the foundation. The Panthers keep track of it, and then they give the foundation back a check. It does not cost you any more. It includes admission, parking, party, show before the game, and then afterwards everyone gets to go on the ice on the red carpet, so no need to put on ice skates and do a slap shot.
And there is no goalie.
And there is no goalie.
Unbelievable the questions I get. Is there a goalie? Can I slap it by a goalie? Yeah, you can try, but there's not going to be anybody there.
And there are 3 price point tickets, $35, $65, and $85. The $85 tickets are all inclusive of food, beer, wine, soft drinks up in the Lord Stanley Loft. So that has everything, and it is a great opportunity to network.
Wine is included?
Yep, beer and wine.
Really?
All night long. So if you do the Lord Stanley Loft tickets, everyone is in this big loft. There are also seats, but you get to network and talk and just have a good time.
We're playing quarters if you hang out with us on top and other games. Maybe I'll bring the Game of Life or something.
Twister?
No, not doing Twister.
I want to do Twister.
Not doing Twister. No,
I'm gonna do
because
Twister
people get
here.
stupid when they play that game.
Game of Life is better?
Yeah, because you don't physically do anything. Twister, you know,
just
you're
gotta
like a
deal with the
knot.
Game of Life.
Yeah, it's-
You got to emotionally deal with it.
Somebody behind me like that. Listen, the other thing I want to say is that we are ready to open up the AMP TV program. So if you want more information on what we're going to be doing with this, we're going television-wise. Give Teddy or Ashley a call at, what number is that?
888-994-4995.
And we will be offering Amazon Prime, Netflix, and a few other goodies as part of a TV deal that we are now exploring because we are going into the television game.
Wow. Does it count for hair and makeup yet?
And there will be no discount for him.
One day I'm going to add hair and makeup into my contract, just saying.
Well, you keep waiting for that one day and we're good to go.
Today is, I don't know what, a magical Monday. Actually, this week happens to be Eating Disorders Awareness Week, which I didn't know when we started booking today's show in the next hour on food addiction. So we're going to be more focused on that this week. We're going to have the Eating Disorders Association come join us one day. They had a big walk yesterday in Tampa. You could have gone to that.
I was there.
I know. Did you go to the walk?
I ate a hamburger, with a hot dog while I was there, and then it threw me out.
They went,
I said, get the hell out of here.
why?
Eating disorder.
Leslie would have thrown you out of that. No, you have to be a little more sensitive to this topic.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a soccer game.
This is a topic you got to be a little bit sensitive to
I will
because
behave.
Especially in South Florida where we live, everyone's shaking their head yes.
Hey, listen, nobody had a bigger
rampant.
disorder in eating than me. I was on the Freddie See It, Eat It diet, right?
That's true.
I ate everything.
That is true.
You used to laugh at me because I put ketchup on everything. You see this? I ate this. I put ketchup on it and I ate it.
That's
until
pretty
it
much
almost
true.
killed me.
Yeah, when you look at it from the other side, always the spin, right? There's always the spin.
Well, I always thought, you know, and there's a few people in here that I want you guys to meet, so get paper and pen ready because there's a lot of information coming at you. But at the time when I had my deal, I met this young lady, Leslie, and she saved my life. And it doesn't matter what way you want to color this, no way, it doesn't matter how you talk about it, but when you go through something as seriously as I did and you speak to a coach who knows what she's talking about, you begin to listen. Even my young son, Gio, went with us, and he says, boy, that lady knows what she's talking about. Gio don't say that about nobody. So, listen up. Eating disorder week or month?
This week.
We should make it year. Eating disorder year, because it seems like America's eating disorder all the way around. That seems to be the new thing to do. Eat disorderly.
Eat disorder. Well, both ways. Whether you eat too much or you eat too little or you eat too much and then you take care of it on another way. There's a lot to do with food, and we talked about this earlier, right, at breakfast. It's not the food, it's the psychology behind the food. I actually asked Judy to join us today because she has a show on Monday nights. Just asked Jude about the psychology of food. She couldn't join us, but maybe we'll bring her on another day
Well,
this
she's
week.
another show tonight, which is amazing as well.
So we've got our friends with us. Lynette, it's so nice to have you back.
Well, thanks for having me.
Airbiotics lady going. We really missed you. I've been back to using not that I stopped, but now I stopped doing it 5 times a day. But I'm back to using it because there is so much going on, right? There's so many germs and infections, and the Airbiotics is an amazing product that we work with. We've got Lisa Zierman with us and Leslie Harrington. We're talking diabetes and we're going into food disorders. And, you know, you talk type 2 diabetes, a lot of it comes from food,
Lifestyle.
right? And lifestyle.
Stress.
Everything you talked about.
It's all the little things you add up to it. You know, that's the one thing that I learned. It isn't one bad thing that turns you on to diabetes. Diabetes is one of those diseases that you could be having a bad love life, you could be having a bad boy life, you could be having a bad job life, you could be having anything bad. All of a sudden, you start craving. Is it women that go to the freezer and they take out the chocolate from the freezer with the spoon?
I don't know, men don't do that.
I don't think I...
Is it women? I don't
It
know.
was 5-year-olds.
No, women do that.
No, but where can we get some?
You guys have never done that. You've never gone to the freezer and taken out that pint of ice cream?
Oh,
No?
ice cream.
Yeah, ice
No,
cream.
sure.
Yeah.
Not chocolate.
Well, not chocolate. I mean, just ice
That's
cream.
your communication, Lisa. I know.
I'm sorry. I'm Puerto Rican. We're going to tell you. Ice cream. You eat the ice cream, right?
Yes, men don't.
It's a coping mechanism.
I have never seen... Have you? Yes, man. You ever seen a man go to the freezer and take out ice cream because they're depressed or something's going on?
Not me personally.
Have you ever done it? I have never done that. No. This I'm talking about because I'm talking about the relationship between stress and your body.
So what, do you think the stress eating?
Yeah, that's what women do. They'll eat.
Well, my dad eats a ton of ice cream, so.
But he's not depressed.
Well, no, he's happy because he eats ice cream.
I'm talking about women. They go to the freezer, right? You break up with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, something at work. You go and you grab that ice cream. I've seen it. My sister did it. It must be a girl thing, no? Am I wrong?
It's a whole food thing. It's it's psychology behind food and what we do with it and why we eat it, and it's not just for nutrition. We eat a lot of times out of boredom, out of coping mechanisms, out of nothing else to do,
You eat
or
out of
stress.
boredom. Really? Is that true?
Can you eat just one potato chip when you're watching TV?
No. But I wouldn't start because I already know I can't.
Why would you do it though?
I love potato chips. I love popcorn. I love bread.
He loves food, which is why Leslie was his first coach.
She taught me not to be in love with food.
Yeah,
How to control myself.
I agree with Dawn. It could be loneliness, it can be
Really?
stress, it could be any emotion really that kind of just elicits a response, and you don't have. It's really filling a void of some sort. So oftentimes, that food represents something completely unrelated to food.
And
So-
a lot of the food, they just make it so you're addicted to it. Ever eat just one pretzel?
That's a whole nother.
Yeah.
One pretzel.
Yeah, one giant pretzel.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say not one of the soft ones, but the bag of pretzels?
You like pretzels, right?
Yeah, they're pretty okay.
Do you eat one pretzel?
Depends on the day. Depends on the time. Depends
Monday's a
on-
bigger pretzel than Tuesday?
Well, Monday is a rougher day overall.
She is your niece. There is no doubt, no
She
denying
even
her.
talks like you. I'm like watching two stereos here.
Something says charge the battery.
Yeah, that battery is not charging on camera 3. So we got to push it in because that means that it's not
It's
charging.
not plugged in.
So the other question I had is, you ever go to the movies? Because usually when things aren't working out well with you go to see a movie, no? Do you do that? I don't know with you because I don't know what you do.
I don't know what I do either.
You ever go to the movies?
Yeah.
And you take maybe a little shaker and make some drinks at the movies?
I was thinking popcorn
Freddie
was
Jr.
what you were
How
going
did
to
you
say.
grow up?
You know?
He eats a bag of potato chips. He brings martini shakers to the movies and just
How
has
you
a
get in?
party. Is this like a normal thing?
That's what I do.
That's normal, right? Me and Freddie
What
went
kind
in.
of house did you raise them in?
Me and Freddie went to a movie one time. We snuck into a movie, remember this? But we didn't have the glasses.
Oh my God.
It's like, he says, I think we gotta go ask for the glasses. You forgot to give me glasses. Actually, advertised. So we used to do those. But you take a shaker, you have a little popcorn. No?
How'd you sneak that in?
What?
The shaker. You just can't bring on your own stuff
You put it
into the
in a
movies.
bag. You put it in a bag.
Trench coat
Are you
with the
kidding? They know
backpack.
me at the movie theaters. When I come with the popcorn, they don't even charge me.
He's got like free refills.
Oh, wow.
Again, leads back to the food, right, and American society, and why everyone is so overweight, the obesity, and the diabetes. Which is
Oversize
why
everything.
all three ladies here are in business. We talk about diabetes, educating, and fitness
Yes.
because of the food in America.
But it isn't very romantic to go to the movie theaters and have a salad. I'm going to have a salad
Why do you
now.
have to eat in the movies?
Yeah.
What are you
exactly.
talking
It's a
about?
trigger.
That's the thing. People,
It's
anyone
a
I know
habit,
who goes to movies, and
Oh my-
I don't get to popcorn. I really don't care for it. But if it's there, I'm going to eat it. If
What do
someone
you
else
like
has
to-
it, But everyone needs a big drum because the minute they go in and smell it, it's an automatic primer, whether they're hungry or not. Go get the popcorn. I can treat myself while I'm watching the movie. So it's definitely a psychological component.
What do you like to eat
When I go there,
when you go there?
I don't know. I order different things sometimes. Like every now and then, if I want a nacho, sometimes I have a hot dog,
Okay.
and sometimes I have nothing.
I can't do that. You ever gone to see a ball game?
Well,
A baseball game?
I was bored to death. That was different.
So she ate.
She ate out of boredom.
I ate everything.
She ate out of boredom.
Freddie and I went to a Miami Marlins game, right? And he got me the tickets and he got me the parking. He says, okay, Dad, now we got to eat because you go to a game, you got to spend $200 on hot dogs and beer. I mean, that's just the American. So when you go to a movie theater, it's the same thing. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Experience. So it's already primed. You walk in, everyone gets popcorn, or it's just so subconscious and that's the whole point. Whatever it is, we're just not being mindful.
Yeah.
We're not
I'm
asking
being
our
very
bodies if they're hungry. We're not asking when they're full. Because even if you didn't get it, you don't need a big giant vat of popcorn. You're okay with a small one.
Well, I don't eat all day.
But the
saved my
mindfulness
points.
is a really huge key point. Thank you, Lynette, for that. When you work with your clients,
She's died over there. The hell's wrong with him?
well, Leslie knows what's wrong with you because she got you where you are. Your son just thinks you're hilarious, and I just ignore what you said. We went right over back to mindfulness.
Well, Freddie, you agree, right? When we go to have fun, right? I mean, it's not like we go to the movies all the time.
Yes, and
Ball
once in a
game.
while when you do that, but then you have to get back to regular life, and can you do it in moderation?
If I can get the biggest bag of popcorn, it's delicious. But I can't eat all day because I got to save my points. A big bag of popcorn could be like 12 points. It's a lot
But
of
if you
popcorn.
ate leading up to it, you might not be as inclined to eat as
Well, I
much.
may have an apple. I may have an apple.
Or
It's
not.
just that salad is not sexy. You know, a
Why
diet.
don't you think
What?
salad
Now we're
is
eating
sexy?
salad.
Oh my
All the
God.
alternatives.
Are you,
It's just when it's
you
popcorn
like salad?
sexy.
I'm vegan,
How old are
so
you? Like
I'm
12?
24.
24.
12, thank you, all the same.
Do you find popcorn sexy?
No, I don't.
It's like the most boringest thing. It's
So
like
why
a
do you think popcorn sexy? Or
because it's crunchy and sometimes you could put a little something in it.
Okay, so that's great because you talk about women and the ice cream in the freezer, and there's a salty, sweet,
Yes.
The
crunchy,
best.
salty. There's texture,
The
there's
best.
taste. That all goes with emotion.
Oh my God, yes.
Ever notice crunching is a little more satisfying
I
for
love the
anxiety
crunchy.
and stress
Yes.
than when you're feeling blue and you might want ice cream?
Well,
So
I
there's
could,
a whole
I could
bunch
teach
of
you 500
psychology
other
or-
things like crunch and other, you know what I'm saying? That's another show. But the bottom line here is you have.
Holy, what did you do this weekend?
I had a ball. I
Oh
was.
my, Gia, what did you do to your father this
When
weekend?
you drive over, you know, when you drive to Tampa's 4 hours, so you hit some lights in some towns and you're playing your music loud, you open the door, you get out, you do a
you
little
stop and
cha-cha. No, you get out and you do a little cha-cha and you get back in the car.
Yeah.
When people are like tooting the horn and they're egging you on. I mean, it's all part of that whole thing with the legs, right? You want to keep it moving and flowing and going. That's what Coach taught me.
Let's go to commercial break. We're going to try and get Freddie back on track because even I can't spin it back on this conversation.
You never did this?
We were talking about food and sensitivity and salty sweet, and you're doing
I've
the
set it all
cha-cha
up
in
for
the
them.
car.
I set it all up for
I don't know
them.
how you got back to the cha-cha.
Because you got to move. You got to move, baby.
When we come back, we're going to talk to Leslie Harrington, Lisa Zimmerman, and we've got Dr. Lynette back with us for Airbiotics. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Are you looking for a new business opportunity with residual income from the convenience of your own home? Are you looking to help people and yourself take control of your health, lose weight, and feel great at the same time? It's time to drink and drop the pounds with Cafe Canna. No need to keep inventory or sit in an office. With 2 simple sachets a day, you'll receive your daily dose of coffee, CBD, and an appetite suppressant. Contact Bev today at 954-612-1271 or visit their website hempshopstore.com. Drink and drop the pounds to a new business and healthier you.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Do you want to learn how to eat healthy? Do you know that vegan food tastes great? Let me show you how I can make vegan, vegetarian, healthy food taste delicious. For more information, contact Chef Zelicious at 561-629-0593. We've made guest appearances on Fox 29 News, CBS 12, PBS, and more. Let my dishes speak for themselves so that you can enjoy healthy eating again. You can follow me on Twitter at Zainab73 and on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Zelicious. That's ChefZelicious. Let's get healthy again. Woo!
Wait a minute. And we're back.
Talk about food addiction.
I
Is there a
haven't-
thing like coffee addiction? So
Yes,
much,
there
right?
is.
So I think I took everything out of there except what Paul gave me.
You have like all sorts of gizmos over here.
I know, it's making Teddy crazy. She's trying to keep us organized.
Hey, Teddy.
Slightly. What do you get?
You see my finger puppet? This is
It's a magical Monday, everyone, at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. We're talking food addiction. Freddie's talking all over the place. I don't know where he's going, but he is every which way he can.
this is when you get me all angry and stuff. I'm gonna use
Do you
my finger
see?
puppet.
I see where today's going to go.
It's a little passive.
We are on a
aggressive.
mission today, Freddie.
What?
We're on a mission today to get Lisa needs 10 patients to work within her diabetes program. And I wanted you guys to come together, Lisa and Leslie. I tried to introduce them over the phone, but I thought I just
Can you sign me up?
Yes.
Because when you left, I was supposed to sign up, but I'm not very good at it.
Tell us what you're
Sign me up.
doing and tell us the program at Holy Cross.
Sure, yeah. So it is from Holy Cross. It is a small group program. As Donna was saying, it's 10 to 20 people, and we basically work on lifestyle. Type 2 diabetes is lifestyle related. So by changing certain aspects like your food, nutrition, like your exercise, your sleep, your stress, these are all things that we go over in the program. And it is a small group setting so that we have each other for support, and we're accountable, and we just become very close, and we've got that emotional support as well. It's a free program, completely free. We have a grant from the CDC, and it is based on research that is absolutely amazing. The data from the research, if I could go over it just for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
They took 2 groups, and one group had the lifestyle training, which is what we give to our members, on the exact same curriculum for a year, and they were pre-diabetic. And then there was a group who was pre-diabetic as well, but was given the drug only. And the group that had the lifestyle training were 58% less likely to go on and get diabetes, versus the group that was on the drug was 38% less likely to go on. So the training was actually more effective than the drug. And this was a huge study. It was, over 27 centers, 3,000 people. It was huge, and it was, astounding.
And Leslie, I bet that makes perfect sense to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because the lifestyle and the preventive factors,
Yes.
people think diabetes happens overnight, and it doesn't. It's a trend.
Yes.
It's something that unfortunately does progress over time. So often people are diagnosed in an acute setting, so it's like, oh my gosh, I have this all of a sudden, but it's not something that they didn't, have precursors that were leading them in that direction.
That's right. There's warnings all over the place.
9 out of 10 people don't know they have it. It's 86 million people have prediabetes. 9 out of 10 people don't know they have it. That's scary.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we sat down, and just the awareness alone, how people immediately rule themselves out as pre-diabetic because they don't know their numbers. So if they haven't been told, which some doctors aren't telling you when you're in those pre-diabetic ranges, it's like you're not and then you are.
But do they always test your A1C to know if you would be pre-diabetic? Do you have to be? You don't have to be significantly overweight either. There are thin people, right? It goes just to lifestyle and not excessive eating sometimes, that you could be pre-diabetic or genetically predisposed to diabetes.
Yeah.
Skinny fat.
Skinny fat. What about
That's
people
a
that
real
are
deal.
stressed out and aren't fat at all, but they're totally stressed to the max?
Yeah, stress can absolutely raise your cortisol, which will raise your sugar, and
Right.
it is very impactful. Some of these hardcore athletes have rough blood sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I have that I watch is I see a lot of people that have the gut. Their bellies are such an extension that it's kind of sad to see them. Well, look at this, we're snapping. You gotta turn off everything except the beamers. What do you do when people are when they're in that condition? And you're right, a lot of people walk around that way and they're chain smoking and they're drinking and they don't realize the damage that they're creating to themselves. How do you handle that situation?
Well, I mean, small changes make such a huge difference. For the desired effect, it was the participants had to lose 5 to 7% of their starting body weight, which isn't a whole lot. They have to work up to 150 minutes of exercise a week. But, starting, just adding some walking, 10 minutes a day, cutting back on your portion size, eating more vegetables versus, these little changes make a huge difference and can actually take you out of that diabetes range.
I don't think people realize that, because even when you're young, right, in your 20s and you're working out at college, law school, graduate school, and you eat because I'm working out, I'm lifting weights, next thing you know is you're gaining weight, and you think, why am I gaining weight? I'm working out, I'm eating healthy, but it's just the excessive eating. And sometimes I think all these vitamin programs and these workout programs that they advertise online about eating these shakes and eating them before and after workouts, but then everyone has the meal. So I think so much of these advertisements that we're seeing are misleading people in the health industry. Lynette, this is the industry that you're in.
Pardon?
You're in this health fitness industry.
I mean, the thing is, I don't drink the shakes. I bring real food. And I've been in fitness for a long time, to fitness competitions. And, there's so much stuff in there that's not normal for your body. I always felt bloated. I always felt like I was hungry shortly after I had these shakes and stuff. So it's always better to go with the real deal. And as you're saying, so people don't freak out with the psychologist saying, hey, no, you can't have this anymore. Add in some vegetables, and then you can have this. Add in more water, then you can have this. So it's not like an all or none phenomenon that you're creating. And when you're driving up their stress levels and cortisol, they're going to mobilize more sugar, like you said, in the body anyway. So it's only going to exacerbate all the problems.
It's funny you talk about water because Freddie talks about it all the time. When we went and Leslie taught you how to buy water.
How to buy water. I said, what? And she takes me, there's 5,000 bottles of water, and they're all plastic. And she says, all those are removed, and there were 2 that we talked about. And it makes a whole lot of sense. And ever since then, when I go to buy water, now we have filters in here, and all sorts of gizmos to try to get away from the plastic stuff as well. But the interesting part about all of this is that food is one problem, stress is another, relationships are another. You yourself you have to sort of have accountability as to what's going on in your life, right? So even though you think you have it all together, stop calling me, sometimes you don't. And sometimes that's when professionals like yourselves come into play. I mean, I could have stopped just eating the junk I was eating back then, but that wasn't enough. You know, you got to...
But there was a reason, we talked about this when we started the show. You weren't eating the food because you had to have the food. There was an underlying psychological, sorry to say, reason that you ate the food, that you did whatever you did.
Having a good time. I love ketchup. I didn't think it was bad for me, and the sugar is bad.
Well, and I think some of it's education, and some of it's, to your point about like the food companies. I mean, there are scientists that sit all day long at their desk, and they're determining what is going to make these people more addicted to this food substance. So we've got that working against us, and then we've got our own biology working against us. So it's, when you look at it, there's billions of dollars in supplements and diets and all these things, and that's just the strategy. We're not lacking strategy. We're all like, there's tons of information. We're lacking our state, and we're lacking our story. And how do we, what are we telling ourselves? That's really what's going on.
There's consistency. Like the government, the food, if you look at the food pyramid, it's ridiculous. Who needs to eat that much grain? We're not, like, honestly, we don't need that many grains. The representation of everything on there is because the farmers pay for the pyramid to be made. But the government at this level, everyone has a dip in the money that's made from Americans getting sick. And that's what really goes at Monsanto. All these big companies want us sick, and the pharmaceutical industry wants us sick because they want to make money off us being sick.
Well, the bread
driven by greed.
The bread industry always had the pyramid. I remember growing up, and there was a pyramid, and under there was the bread. Eat 2 pieces, 4 pieces of bread a day. I can't eat any of it because I begin to sneeze. They used to make fun of me when I was growing up because anytime I eat any kind of grain, I must be allergic to it, and I start to sneeze. And that's my body saying, stop eating this stuff, so I stay away from the bread.
Well, this goes back 40 some odd years ago. The big news in the last few years is the sugar companies were paid to kind of point the finger at fat. So then we went into this low fat, no fat, chemical this, chemical that, and everyone stopped eating fat, but then no one was looking at sugar and carbs, and that's truly what's driving some of the heart disease,
and what about
diabetes.
What about the other sugars? The sugar, like the Trivia and the Splenda, and those
sugars are very disruptive to your hormones and other aspects of your body. The chemicals, you're putting chemicals in your body.
You're better off not having any, or I think you told me one time having just regular sugar, no?
The receptors in the addiction center of the brain are enlarged every time you eat sugar, so you need more and more sugar to get that same effect. It's no difference than a drug. Yeah.
And the addiction, there's so many levels here to even I'm spinning on which direction to go, because we're talking about the food and psychology of food, right? But our food, unless, like to Lisa's point, you're eating yours, more vegetables and more fruit, that there's been no additives. So when you go to the grocery store and you're walking down and people are pulling gluten-free, you know, that's not really making the difference. It's taking the gluten out, but it's not taking the flour out. It's not taking the sugar out. It's not taking the salt out.
And they replace it with some other junk.
There's replaced with something else, so it's not healthier. It's just something else to be addicted to. So there's so many levels. And then we come to the grocery store with these food addictions, or this whole psychology of why I should eat and all these stories, right? Like we took from our parents on what food means, because food is love. Then we're buying things we shouldn't be buying. You know,
food is love?
In a lot of cultures, food is love. How much food did you have this weekend? Not you, but at the party.
There was a lot of food.
A lot of food, right?
Celebrations always have food.
I didn't think of it that way. It's very good.
Food is love.
You know, salad just ain't sexy. I'm sorry.
Do you know you can have a
Dress it
salad
differently.
I'm trying to.
Dress it differently.
I do, and that's the other thing. You put on all
That's
this.
just the story you tell yourself.
You put on all this
Salad
dressing.
can be very sexy.
You put on all this dressing on it to make it taste better, and then you put on croutons.
Dress
You
your
put all the.
salad, Freddie G.
I'm gonna tell you, my naked salad is one ugly thing. You know, there's some people that shouldn't walk around without clothes. It's the same thing with salad. It's not.
How about
sexy.
just some lemon and
Lemon?
goat cheese, something healthy?
What do I look like, a goat? Goat
Because you
cheese.
can put so much on your salad that you're better off with the hamburger.
Avocado is great.
I can't eat avocado. It's very high in sugar, so I can eat a little bit. Who the hell? That's like having one potato chip. It's like the
You worry
biggest
about eating
tease.
an avocado because of the sugar?
Yeah, it does. It was.
But you know what the issue is?
You've
I
tested.
trust it.
When you eat out, when people eat out, even if you get a grilled chicken sandwich, you're eating out. There's salt in it. You
I
don't
don't
know
have
what
that
they've
either.
marinated. That you eat out all the time.
I have a broiled chicken, dry.
Every time you
Take
go
the
out.
skin off. Ask Linda. And when I have broccoli, my life has turned into broccoli and chicken.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you. And then the other day I had some steak because I said, enough of this
And
nonsense.
mashed potatoes?
No,
No?
with the broccoli. I can't eat the mashed potato. Do you know what happens when a diabetic puts a carb in his mouth?
Tell me, what happens?
It turns to sugar.
Does it?
Yes.
How did he learn that, Leslie? Look at her. She's like, I'm so proud of you, Freddie.
So you gotta stay.
Fish? You don't like fish?
I love salmon.
Well, then, see, you have to
With
have
broccoli.
a little more variety than broccoli and chicken.
Yeah, I mean, you got zucchini. There's all kinds of vegetables out there. You don't.
I've had zucchini.
Brussels sprouts, roasted, delicious. I mean, you don't
exactly.
You know what happened?
When I heard you say broccoli and chicken every day, I was like,
Brussels sprouts.
yeah. I mean,
What is that
so many
plant that you
vegetables.
take and you shave it and you suck on it? What is
Artichoke.
that? Oh my God.
Oh, that's
that is such a ripoff. What a ripoff. I see her and Sarah and Linda were having, what's it called?
An artichoke?
Artichoke. And this is the You Want one. There were 4.
Yeah.
I said, why would I spend my money on something on a suck on? You get about this much when the whole thing is
Yeah,
gone.
but you know what's so bad about those artichokes? They're not steamed. They're filled with butter and oil and salt. It drips off your fingers. There's not one healthy thing about those artichokes.
Let's assume that it's healthy for the argument's sake.
They do lower cholesterol actually in
Oh, they're
studies.
so good. No,
Yeah.
you just
They're really good, but just not the way they were made at that
Talking about
restaurant.
when you buy them with the appetizer and they're full.
You can ask them
And they're
for
You like
very good,
artichokes?
right? So.
Yeah.
Artichoke is like a no dead end going to the movies with a salad.
You know what artichoke does? When you're eating out of boredom, if you get it steamed, right, not laden with butter and oil and salt, it's like a boredom food
eating
because
chips.
it's good for you.
A boredom food. What?
It's like
Did you get to
eating
peel
chips.
it?
Yeah. Yes.
It reminds me of when the little Spanky and the gang used to eat artichokes. It was the funniest thing.
Did they really?
Yes. You know the funniest thing is I rather eat kale than eat an artichoke. How you like me now?
Kale.
That shit. Kale. I can't even pronounce it because I think it's so.
Don knew.
It is so unromantic. Salad just ain't sexy. It just isn't. I mean, I've been trying to. How do I put it? Where I go here, I go there.
Well,
And
Chrissy's
Freddie
vegan.
Freddie was a salad guy. When he started dating Valerie, she says, this guy only eats salad. I guess he was trying to lose weight to impress you, Mr. Macho. They used to call you what? The salad man, right? But it's so boring.
Well, Chrissy, you're
You're making
vegan.
the wrong salads. We gotta make them with good salad.
You like salad?
I love salad. You know what? I think there are so many things you can do with a salad.
Tell me
And-
some.
Well, for myself, my personal favorite, I'll do some arugula, a little couscous, or some quinoa.
Couscous.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that's
my
good
goodness
stuff.
gracious. Couscous
You know?
is like make-believe rice.
Well, that's your opinion.
It's cream.
No.
Make believe rice.
I can't eat couscous. I start sneezing like a banshee.
Well, then don't put it in your salad. It's as simple as that, no?
Couscous. Okay, what else do you put? You put
You know-
olives in it?
Depends on the day. If I'm in the mood for a little Mediterranean style, I'll do something like that.
So you
If
like olives, you like...
I like, yeah. The only vegetable I really don't like, probably spinach is my least favorite, but I'll still eat it. It's a little too wet
Spinach,
for
like
me. It's
Popeye.
not my favorite. But you can do so many great things with a salad. You can put berries in there. You can put apples, walnuts, any kind of nut, or you can go the vegetable route. Like it's so versatile.
I end up picking everything around the lettuce.
Yeah.
And then I leave salads. Realize just do a plate of toppings.
What's the green? What's the green leaf?
Romaine?
No, the green leaf. It looks like a leaf.
Arugula?
Spinach.
Is that spinach?
Yeah, spinach to round green.
I'm gonna tell you something. I used to have my mother buy me spinach because I wanted to be Popeye, and when she opened it, I almost fainted. But now, when I go to like different restaurants and you have like the buffet, I go for these green leaves. I don't know what the hell it is.
Do you know that those buffets,
No, this is just lettuce.
do you know why they sit out all day?
No, I make the guy change it when I get there.
Because it's all sitting with preservatives.
There's no
all
preservatives.
Day, really.
Yeah,
It
I
can
wash
sit
it.
out for hours and hours
You know,
and hours and not
Dawn,
turn brown.
don't go down that road because I'm gonna end up like you eating nothing. I gotta eat something.
But even the salad bars, there's these salad bar places that you
Holy
get so sick at because they sit with preservatives. Why do you think they can sit out all day and not turn brown?
Dawn, let me ask you a question. Did you have one of these?
Yes.
I can't show the name. You have one of these?
Yes.
What do you think? This is pure. This is sugar and preservatives and stuff is killing you.
You're right.
And you're having it. Don't tell me I can't have a salad bar, Queen Charlie. I mean, holy smokes, this is like you can't eat nothing.
But you're better off eating home.
No. What do you think? When you go to the store, there's no preservatives?
I know. I prepare. I do a little bit of work the night before. I plan and I prepare because I always think my food, my salads really are
The best.
But the thing is you should love your food.
Oh, I
Like,
adore my
can't-
food. She don't like me. That's the problem.
I get it. But
Do you
can
ever
make-
buy salad in a bag?
No.
You've never bought salad in a bag? Have you ever bought a salad in a bag?
I don't anymore.
But you used to.
Years ago, yeah. That was actually like my transition from.
So now you chop it up and you make it?
Yeah, I'm like you. I like to know what's in my food.
You do that too? You chop it up and make it?
I just
Yeah,
don't eat.
you know, organic. It's important. Probably
The
just
organic's
to note
important.
the importance of organics.
Yeah.
At the very least, the Clean 15 Dirty Dozen. Like know what those are, because it's for anyone who doesn't know what that is. That's what the Environmental Working Group puts out a list every yearly or they update it yearly. EWG.org, and the 12 Dirty Dozen are like the most exposed to pesticides.
So do you believe when you buy an organic lettuce or tomato, that is an organic lettuce or tomato? You believe
do.
that?
It depends where I'm buying it from, but yes.
Well, if you go to Publix, let's say, to a supermarket, you believe.
Source of organics, but
Well, she's way ahead of me. Do you believe that what you're buying is really organic?
Well, the thing is with this whole organic thing, and wash your vegetables and fruits if you can't afford organic because it is pricey. And like with me, sometimes I do eat salad in a bag because I don't have time or energy to do it when I get home in the evening. And at least I'm eating a salad. So there are levels of trying to make everything perfect, and you get to a point like, well, this is not good enough. This is not good enough. But the fact that you're making a healthier choice in terms of the way your body's going to handle the nutrients is better than
it's
saying,
an evolution.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So it's better eating that than not eating it at all.
Well, and that's why I
Right.
bring up the Dirty Dozen, because the Clean 15 might be things that you might go, oh, I can't get this organic, but you wouldn't worry as much. So just focus on those Dirty Dozen as far as
It's
organic.
like the movie. Every time you say that, it reminds me of the movie.
And
The
then
Dirty
if you don't
Dozen.
get anything outside of there, not that big a deal, right?
The Dirty Dozen being things that you really don't have a thick skin.
No, it's actually not driven by that, which is ironic, because some, like
hell's she
one list will
talking
have the sweet potato, another list will have a potato. It has to do with the amount of pesticides that it attracts. And a lot of them are fruits. The Dirty Dozen are primarily fruits. There's apples, berries, spinach is on there.
Those are bad?
Peppers, They're on the Dirty Dozen.
They have like you.
A
I think you were trying to say
strawberry?
they have more absorptive skin.
Yes, the strawberries you'd want to
That's
get
what you're saying,
organic.
more
Right,
porous,
right. You knew what I
absorptive,
meant
right.
because
Yeah.
if they don't have the thick skin, you can absorb the pesticides.
Right.
Strawberries,
Well,
like an
blueberries,
orange,
apples,
squash
an
is
orange
like
would be
your
fine,
more
you know?
root
oranges.
vegetables.
Listen, the last I heard, you can't even go to the beach because it's polluted. Last I heard, you can't drink well water. Last I heard, the air, it has toxemia in it. Are you kidding me?
But
I'm going to go to Publix and say, I don't want this because, come on now. Come on. This is getting a
It's
little
in
out of hand
moderation.
here.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
It's choosing lesser evils.
like Lisa and Leslie and,
Lesser
and a
evils.
plan. And Leslie works with Dr. George, and you coach patients, clients that have thyroid disease, that have diabetes, that have hormonal imbalances, because that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, most of the people by the time they're in our office are pretty at their wits' end because they're not getting answers. And a lot of it does come down to lifestyle factors that are going to really turn around, kind of get them going in the right direction again.
So
The
let me
hormonal
ask
imbalances are
real
crazy.
quick. I guess when you get older in age, if we come to see you, the horse is already out of the barn. It's these guys, the younger kids, that have to realize what's waiting for you when
And
you
it's
turn
so
my
important
age.
that you bring that up because we were talking earlier about the younger diagnosis of diabetes, and in the younger generations, even us, I used to say our parents weren't exposed to what we're exposed to.
Sure.
You guys are exposed even more than what we were to the toxicity. And to your point, yes, everything causes cancer in some way, right? You have to kind of pick your battles and do the best that you can. And the more aware you are and the more choices you make, little things or big things, they add up. So if you're not eating, using deodorant that's aluminum free, okay, not the tragedy. If you're doing so many other things right, it balances,
Right. It is a journey. It's just a journey, and there's so many things that are harmful that are out there that you can't control. Okay, you can't control them, but there's things that you can control, so that you should control the things that are in your control. But it's a journey. You can't do everything all at once. Like, you can't become a perfect. It's little changes.
Yeah, and can't, so many things cause cancer. There's a lot of things that you can do to prevent. So there's anti-cancer foods, there's anti-inflammatory foods. There's things that you can go out of your way to kind of help balance out, that evil, if you will.
So I guess I gotta put this down.
Maybe
Please do.
Maybe consider.
I don't smoke it. I just trying to be a wise guy. But again, and I wanted to talk about the inflammation part of this conversation, because for me, that's where it all begins. When you take in the wrong stuff in, inflammation starts. I'm like a giant inflammation machine. I could look at water and
it makes me think of the Mucinex commercial when you said that.
I know, the phlegm ball.
Yeah, exactly.
The phlegm ball.
Made me like a giant inflammation phlegm ball.
You ever go to a restaurant and somebody
Hector,
has...
can we make Freddie look like a giant inflammation ball?
Hector, this is the phlegm ball.
It's a new animation for the cafe. Freddie,
You ever
a
go to a restaurant
ball.
and somebody is coughing up a lung and the phlegm is coming up? Do you get up and walk out of the restaurant?
When I sit in the salt places and that's what they're doing, I feel like this is gross. And
But they have to cure
places,
their ills.
It's like just the infection is spreading. I'm a little germophobic that way.
That's another thing. You can't be germophobic if we want to help people.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about inflammation, food addiction, and lifestyle change. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, and we'll be right back.
An American Express travel representative has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a cruise planner's travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. PureWave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a magical Monday. Yes, here he comes with his... How many cups of that is today? Not that I should talk. Mine's just a bigger cup.
I had a small 2-cupper.
A small 2-cupper?
Yes.
Don't you think coffee causes inflammation?
I don't know. We're going to ask the panel.
If we're talking inflammation, coffee, caffeine.
Or decaf, no caffeine.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Tell me.
I
should, really.
I
think
can't live
there's
without it.
an
Anything
amount
in
that would be
excess, I guess.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it depends on your body too. Some
That's
people,
right.
like people with hormone imbalances and stuff,
It's
cortisol
good
and
for them.
caffeine don't go really well together. Some people, it could have like a little health benefit at 1 cup a day. You know, it's different. But as far as inflammation, I think it'd be important for people to understand how to know if they have systemic inflammation. So how did you know that you were inflamed?
Because my body hurts everywhere, and then it like washes down by the end of the way, and it comes back the next day.
So this is the thing. Just because your body hurt, there's a lot of people out there with systemic inflammation that have zero body pain.
So what
And
is
that's where
systemic?
it's important to understand how much you can have a lot of inflammation in your body and it not be confined to a joint or
No, it's like in the body, like my legs,
yeah,
my
so
feet.
there's a
Could be
test you
anywhere.
can have run called the CRP, which is a C
Another
reactive
test?
protein.
Oh, I know
And
the
that's
C
something
reactive.
available to every people can go get that test done at any Life Extension or any lab test now. People think they have to get their labs from their doctors. You have access to this information.
And they look at the CRP for arthritis also if you've got rheumatoid
And heart
arthritis
disease.
and heart disease.
Higher kind of
Yeah.
inflammation than creatine kinase.
All right, so
Correct, too.
if we're talking inflammation and lifestyle changes, what are some of the things that you recommend for that?
Anti-inflammatory foods would be a great start.
Like
which
what?
is usually
Tell me an
leafy greens,
anti-inflammatory.
a lot of leafy greens, some of
Back
your
to that
high
again.
antioxidant
Right.
foods.
Back to that
Yeah,
again.
vitamins
vegetables.
A,
Back to the salad again.
CK.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you
Turmeric,
find
do you
all of
like
those
turmeric?
vitamins?
Turmeric.
Yeah, for
Turmeric is
sure.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
with black pepper, right? You have to
Yeah.
put the black
I
pepper
have
into
that.
I didn't know that.
That is the
Yeah,
nastiest.
it's good to have the two
Well,
together.
turmeric's actually
Yeah,
they've,
absorb
compared,
it better.
they've done comparison to Celebrex and some of the other really
Yeah.
hardcore
COX-2
prescription
inhibitors.
drugs, and it's
Yeah.
as effective, if not more.
How do you take turmeric? I used to take it when I used to be on a Weight Watchers shake, and I used to put it in there, but I stopped doing that. I stopped doing the shake. I don't like
Good
it.
juice,
And or
if you
just-
do.
How do you
the
put it?
capsules.
Yeah, the capsules are going to be the most convenient.
Yeah, but now I have like a tub that's like a pound. So what do I do with this?
Is it a powder or the root?
Yes.
You can get the root.
I
and
had.
use it in
You,
I
you
have
take
to-
it and you sprinkle it on your hot dogs and popcorn.
Turmeric toppings at Brooklyn. We should bag it as
I
a.
swear to God, I'm gonna put it in the coffee.
You should coffee, popcorn. Just like sprinkle it like the you know the you don't. know
Have you
what
ever
that
had
is.
turmeric?
Sure.
You have? No, the powder, not the pill. The pill is like make believe. You take the pill, it's easy, but the powder, can you put a teaspoon of turmeric in your mouth?
Probably not. That's like a whole nother challenge. But you know what you are? You are like the perfect
Like the
person to
cinnamon
talk to about disease states in food and lifestyles because, like everybody else,
Why, I'm diseased? Thanks
no,
a lot.
you
Holy
get a
smokes.
diagnosis. We talked about your book, right? Divorcing Your Diagnosis. You get a diagnosis, and the doctor came in and said, Freddie, if you don't do this, this, and this, this, and this is going to happen to you. And you went, oh my gosh, I'm changing my life. And you went full force in for, what, a year and a half?
That wasn't what he did, Dawn.
Well, I'm not going to tell your overall story.
He drew circles on my body with a marker so I couldn't wash it off. And
But it made an
lasted
impact,
on my
right?
back. No, it just peed me off is what it did. Because this guy didn't know me from Adam, and he's telling me how he's going to chop my body up into pieces.
And what did you do next?
I says, well, I bet you're not.
But so it worked.
Is that what it works? Is that what it takes for a diabetic not being a diabetic?
Maybe. Maybe. But what
Scared
happened?
straight.
So you scared straight, right?
Scared
so
straight.
for a year, you were great. You lost, I don't even know how much weight, 40,
It's been
50
a year and
pounds.
almost 2 years.
Your sugar came down, you got on a program, and then what happens? And like everybody else, we get complacent. And then we start going out for dinner one night a week. Well, that's okay on one night, and then we do two, and then we add some more popcorn, and then we add a fourth cup of
Putting
coffee.
my laundry out in the street here. First
Not
of
just
all,
you,
first
but
of
it's
all,
what
I'm-
everybody does, which is why
Excuse you.
all of these box food plans are so big.
I'm down to 182.
I wasn't talking about you.
I know nothing that has changed. Psychologically, your body catches up. You know, your body will change on you when you're losing weight, and something that didn't affect you will change.
You plateau.
I don't know. You can call it whatever you want, but it changes. You got to play this constant chess game with your body.
So what do you guys do with that? Right when your body hits a point, and you're tired of eating salads, you're tired of measuring your food, you're tired of doing the Weight Watchers shakes.
You
And-
switch it up. I mean, when I did stuff, I used to do carb cycling every now and then.
Yep.
And it's that easy where you do 2 low days, 2 medium days. Like
macros.
you
Yeah.
switch it up, and your body doesn't know
Change
what's going
days.
on. Or you do
That's different
change the
inflammation
time you
between-
eat.
Confuse your body.
You know?
Yeah, like intermittent fasting is very popular right now. Just
I
giving
tried that
yourself
too.
a smaller eating window and then
That
a
didn't
longer.
work.
Okay, but if you have someone who's a type 2 diabetic and severely overweight, or go the opposite direction, someone who's got an eating disorder and significantly underweight, and you're trying to get them on track, and they're good with one way, Like I know if I eat 3 things, my weight will stay within a pound or 2. So I don't want to vary from that. But maybe it's not a healthy plan. Or someone who eats the Freddy food plan and he's really happy and he takes some of those things out, then you're afraid to add variety back into it because you know you're. Why? I told you I eat 3 things.
You eat less, lettuce, and even less.
And cottage cheese. Like there are 3 things that I pretty much eat.
Yeah, but you look at that, there's no protein in your diet.
That is all protein.
Well, I mean,
eggs.
Oh, eggs is okay. Eating.
It's just not vegan because I'm probably horrified all the vegans that watch our show.
Bottom line is, eating the same food every day is not good for you. Period. And
eating an egg a day,
an egg. Your nutrition. I mean, are you
how do you work
diabetic?
So my point is, how do you work with people?
You see, you got a lot to work with.
To change.
You have variety.
Exactly. Right. Do you work with them on doing that?
Well,
with the lifestyle
bit
changes?
Different. So it's experiment. Like sometimes we might start with somebody and then their body either responds really well and then stops and then we switch it.
It's
and we
trial
make
and
tweaks.
error.
It's consistent.
You know?
It's very individual. You have to listen.
It's always good if you're eating a food like that every day to cut it out with 6 months because your body is developing inflammation and. You know,
it'll actually a lot of foods will come up on sensitivity tests.
Your Dr. Lee told me I needed to cut out my coffee and chocolate.
That's it. No more coffee for you.
No more coffee for me. We got to get their information. We got to go.
Well, we got to go.
Tell us how we can find you. You're going to stay, I hope, you guys, but we just have to go to commercial break. How do we find you, Lisa, and your program?
Yeah, so you can go on the website, Holy Cross Hospital, and you can also call me at 954-326-3354.
And Leslie?
I have my website is leslieharrington.net, and then my Vita Integrative is the functional medicine doctor that I work with.
Check out her book, Divorce
She's
Your
in
Diagnosis.
Fort Lauderdale.
And Lynette, Airbiotics?
www.airbiotics, AIRBIOTIX zone, ZONE.com.
Stay tuned. We're going to have more with food addiction. It is Eating Disorder Awareness Week. We've got a lot coming up. We got Jenny Alembic with us, and hopefully some of these ladies are staying. We'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Take advantage of a reverse mortgage. If you're 62 years of age or older, you own your own home, you can get the money you need, have no mortgage payment, and live in your home for the rest of your life. Use the money for anything. Vacations, pay off your bills, home repairs. It's your money to do with what you want. Call Emmanuel Saint-Germain on his cell phone, 561-400-7317. 561-400-7317.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world. from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime. Business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Part 2. What's today's theme?
Monday.
No, the theme. I know it's Monday.
Well, there's a lot of themes because it's Monday, it's a magical Monday, but this week is also Eating Disorder Awareness Week, which I didn't know when I called Jenny on Friday.
Is that the theme? Eating disorder?
Food addiction, eating disorders, whatever you want to say. It's about being healthy. Always.
Okay, welcome to South Florida Talk and Be Healthy. I was looking for a single word answer, but I guess the theme is out. If you have pen and paper, get it ready because we are bringing some experts. We're talking about diabetes and nutrition, eating right, eating wrong, and everything in between.
Food addiction. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. If you did not see the last hour, you definitely want to rewatch the first hour. We had Leslie Harrington with us, we had Lisa Zierman, and we had Lynette Strang. Dr. Lynette was back in studio.
I know, and it's funny because you reached out to her, I reached out to her, but she got your message, she didn't get mine.
She hasn't been on Facebook. I texted her. I thought, we haven't seen her in a long time. And her product is truly remarkable. The Airbiotics, and I had stopped using it because, like everything else, like I was trying to say, we get in a routine and then we stop because our routine is working. Why we stop, I don't know, but we seem to stop. And then we revisit it and go, why did I ever stop in the first place?
I still use it.
I do too.
Because I get on an airplane.
Where are you going now?
When I go to Puerto Rico.
For a man that works 24/7, you sure travel a lot.
Well, I went to see my father.
You went to see your father, went to see your son. At least your other son came here, which was nice for his birthday. Did he leave?
He says, where's my gift?
Why'd you give him a cup of coffee?
I told him to go do something. I don't know where he went. All right.
Welcome to our Monday. How was your weekend?
Weekend was fabuloso.
You're going to be a grandpa again.
Went to Tampa. I had an adventure out there. Got to see Sabrina and the family. I got to see pictures of the baby. I have never been to a baby shower. And there was guys and girls. I guess it's a mixed thing now.
I think it's a new thing. They do couple showers now. It's different.
There's all sorts of stuff going on. They had you fill out a paper for the baby when he's 18 years of age. He gets all of this time capsule stuff, and they put stuff in a box. It was kind of cool.
My whole house is a time capsule. That's the scary thing. When you look around, you live somewhere a long time, you go, that's from this and this, and the thought of moving has become overwhelming. So, whole time capsule. That's kind of cool.
I never knew that even existed, but we had a whole bunch of fun.
Did you write a note?
I wrote a manuscript. Yes,
of to-dos and not to-dos?
I didn't know when.
What did you write? What would you tell your 18-year-old grandson?
Well, it's funny because I did this and I was doing it like I was talking to him 18 years from now. So I was explaining to him about family and legacy and respect and the whole nine and how they are going to be carrying the family name forward.
That's really nice. What a nice idea.
I do something sometimes.
Well, no, I think it's a great idea, and certainly coming from a grandparent, I think what an amazing gift, right? Because we talk about it all the time. You leave your legacy and what you say now. See if you would say the same thing in 18 years from now. How about that? It's just as much for you as for him, right?
I hope I'm still around and say it.
Well, if you keep all your coaches around, you'll be good to go.
Well, the bottom line is that's why you should look at your life, be healthy, listen to the points that are going to be brought up in this conversation. Now, I'm going to be very honest. I'm a guy who should be eating more salads. I don't find salad sexy. I just don't. And I fight it, but I eat it because I'm supposed to.
Well, it's not the salad, and we'll talk about that, because you could put really bad things in a salad. You could put fried chicken and blue cheese and ranch dressing.
I don't do that.
But so you talk salad, that salad is far worse than eating a piece of chicken or a hamburger. Sorry, Diane, you're probably appalled right now because she's vegan. But eating something else, because the salad isn't always healthy.
Correct.
All because there's a lettuce base does not mean it's good for you.
But in my world, I'll have a little salad or a big salad, and I don't go to the movies to have salad. I want popcorn. I want stuff, right, Ashley? We want stuff in the movies.
We're going to come up with a new topping.
Right? She's popcorn, you see?
Going to come up with a new topping. I found a new hot sauce for the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
So we'll be adding that. You can add that to your popcorn.
Hot sauce.
We're going to have Brooklyn Cafe TV coffee and hot sauce.
I'm going to put turmeric on my popcorn.
There you go. I think it's a good idea. Well, what's it called? The yeast.
Oh, excuse me, nutritional yeast.
Nutritional yeast,
yes,
which is like a cheesy flavor.
What the hell is that? What is nutritional yeast?
It's the yeast from, I believe, from molasses or something, but it's natural. I recommend you buy the non-synthetic or the non-fortified nutritional yeast. This way it doesn't have added, synthetic vitamins in it.
I should get some of that so you can put it on the popcorn and see how you like it.
Synthetic yeast?
No, non-synthetic.
Non-synthetic. Nutritional yeast.
You put yeast in that machine.
No, it's a topping. You sprinkle it on afterwards. It tastes like cheese. Ashley, yes?
Cheesy flavor.
Ashley's vegan.
You have it?
Yes.
You've had it?
The nutritional yeast.
Yes, you make vegan cheese with it. You put it in soups. It adds a rich flavor. It's delicious.
Any sugar in it?
No, it's natural.
It's natural what?
Ashley, next time you come in, will you bring some? We're going to pop some popcorn and put it on and see. We should do we're going to do a taste test for Freddie.
How come it's always for Freddie? Why don't we
I know
do it for
what it
Dawn?
tastes like.
How do you know?
Because I've had it. You would never know.
You've had this kind of cheese and you haven't let in on it?
It's not cheese.
What is it? We're back to
nutritional
this.
yeast.
I feel like Lauren Hardy here.
You can also put it in salad dressings. I put it on my salad. It adds
You like salad?
Did you ever try it? It's fantastic.
You like salad?
I don't eat enough greens. No, that's an issue for me.
You don't like salads either?
I am not perfect. Excuse me?
You don't like salads either?
Well, it's not that. You have to buy them and buy them. I live alone, so I can't buy a ton of lettuce. So it's planning.
You live alone, so you can't buy a ton of lettuce.
It's going to go bad.
It's only so much I can eat in a day.
When you go to the movies, if you and I go into the movies, are we taking salad or are we taking a little vino, popcorn, and a little something you shouldn't be having?
I would bring something, but typically I don't eat in the movies. I don't eat all the time. I don't need to eat all the time.
You don't eat in the movies? It's just like so.
No.
You eat in the one with you. She goes, what the hell, man?
It's just a bad habit that Americans got into. It's so cultural. Like you go to you walk into the movie theater, you smell it, and your senses are popping, and you're like, food. But it's just a bad habit. That's all it is.
A bad habit.
A really bad habit.
Noshing all day is
noshing.
But I don't nosh all day. I look forward.
Do you know what noshing is?
Yeah.
I can't believe I just heard a Puerto Rican from the Bronx say the word noshing because I'm about falling on the floor.
Why? I nosh. She nosh, I nosh, we all noshi. Listen, when you go to the movies, it should be fun. You pay for a seat, right? That is your seat. Your derriere is sitting in that seat.
But I go for entertainment. I don't go for popcorn. That's not why I bought my ticket.
Really?
Yes.
Really.
It distracts from watching the movie.
Not
actually,
at all,
right?
honey. Yeah, have a little shaker, make a little martini, have a little drinky, I do all of that.
See, that leads to the whole concept of food addiction because our society, it's about food, and it's not just a handful of popcorn or a cup of popcorn. It's a tub of popcorn.
Yes.
And you've got the refills.
You get the refills. I mean, people go. I've seen families go, and they just buy the most horrible, disgusting, clog your arteries type of food, and they sit there and they gorge.
So popcorn is no good for you?
In the dark, nobody's looking. You can get away with it. It's normal.
Well, if we talk food addiction, right, and this week is Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and we talked about, I didn't even think about the other side. I didn't think about the overeating addiction side of it. I was thinking about the undereating addiction side, and anorexia and bulimia And then Freddie said, well, that was him, right? That's why he had gained so much weight. And it was about food and the psychology behind the food. Do you find that's a big part of your clients? Food addiction, overeating, because it's not because the food tastes so good, but because there's an underlying reason.
Well, yes, but there comes a point where they cross that line and they're completely addicted. Everybody emotionally eats. Everybody's had a little too much. They've had a bad day. They want to numb out. They want to sit and watch TV. But when you get to that point where you're 300, 400 pounds, even if you're 50 pounds overweight, you're stuffing, you're numbing out, and it is culturally acceptable now to be 50 pounds overweight. The average woman in America is 5'3" and a size 16 to 18. So that's an average of 50 pounds overweight. That's what's walking around.
They say that women on average are 60 pounds overweight. I don't know about men, but the other addiction is eating in restaurants, which can, I know people who are overweight, they go to buffets, they eat out, and it's very hard to control your weight and your health if you're constantly eating out.
I did not pay her to say this. I promise you, she was not even here for the first hour.
You know,
have no idea what they're putting in your food, and that's the thing. Like my
I didn't pay her either.
The first 30 days, I highly suggest do not eat one meal out. You can't control. You have no idea what that chef is doing back there. Even if you ordered a piece of grilled chicken. I think I told you this the last time on the show. I went into the restaurant and they marinate the grilled chicken, the plain chicken, overnight in a sauce with sugar.
That's what you had said.
And then when they put it on the grill, they're
with
pounds
oil
of,
too.
yes, with
And
massive
salt
amounts
and
of
salt
oil and salt.
sugar.
And they, in their food, they know exactly how, these are brilliant restaurateurs and food people. They know exactly how to make that food taste so delicious that you are going to crave that dessert and you are going to crave more so that you come back. That is the point. They want your continued business.
SOS. We're addicted to salt, oil, and sugar. And if we can, the baked goods are really a killer also because it converts to sugar.
Yeah.
It's the same, it's sugar. So, yes, we need, the only way to control what you eat and not to have all that temptation is to prepare your food at home.
And that's the hard part. And that's the hard part. People work, you work day and night.
I'm supposed to go home at 10 o'clock and cook. Or cook it the night before, you're going to tell me.
Well, that's what I want to ask. What do you suggest people do?
Cook it the night before.
Thank you. Her and I are so on the same page.
Yes, who
you
knew
have
we'd be?
you have to plan.
Yes.
My clients, I say take a Saturday or Sunday. It takes 2 hours maximum. I put in every weekend 2 baking dishes filled with vegetables that I roast, and then 2 9x13 glass dishes with tofu in there, or chicken, or make hamburgers, anything, any kind of protein. So it's already made. And then I cut up lettuce, because I eat salad once a day, and my daughter eats it, and my family eats it too. So I just cut up a tub of lettuce, we grab it, we make salads. It's so convenient and easy, but the trick is to prep. You've got to prep your food. So now my roasted vegetables are in my Tupperware, in my fridge. When I'm ready to eat, I pull it out. And I do weigh and measure my meals. That's not for everybody, but for me and my clients, that's what we do. And it's right there. I don't have to go home at 10 o'clock. I'm exhausted. You really think I want to wait 40 minutes, cut and chop and put? No.
And
Take
the
it
other
out, throw it
thing
in the
is
microwave.
You can buy prepackaged lettuce. Like my new thing, my obsession now is vegan coleslaw. So I go to Whole Foods and for $1.99, or is it $2? I get 16 ounces of cut up cabbage, and I add my vegan mayo and just a little salt, just a teeny bit of sugar and a little vinegar, and it's delicious. I can eat as much as I want. So, and that'll last several days. So, and there are so many recipes online that only have 5 ingredients, because I do plant-based only, but you can prepare foods so quickly and so easily that are delicious just by going online and finding these easy and quick recipes.
The prep. Both you ladies are absolutely right. It's the prep, and I remember back when I was more organized and had more time, I would do all my grocery shopping, and now Publix and Instacart, they deliver. So you don't even have to take that time to go to the grocery store. When you come home, if you wash everything and get it out of the containers, so it's just as easy to open up the refrigerator and grab fruits and vegetables or the coleslaw prepared than it is to open your drawer and get the pretzels or the popcorn or not eat.
Bottom line, you have to make the time. We all have busy lives. We all have kids, the whole thing. It has to be a priority.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Well, let me
Your
ask
health
you,
should be a priority.
What changed? Freddie hasn't seen these pictures, and we don't have them to put on screen. These pictures were Jenny. beforehand.
Okay.
What took you from these pictures where you were overweight
I was
where you are
obese,
now?
first of all. I was considered morbidly obese. When you hear those words from a doctor, it's like somebody just punched you with a bowling ball in your stomach. The first time I heard those words, I was 26. But I didn't get off the sugar and flour and live this lifestyle until I was 45. I woke up and I was absolutely miserable. Couldn't stop eating. Hadn't seen a vegetable or a fruit in months and months. I was highly addicted to fast food. And I was just killing myself slowly with the food. I was miserable. And it was my birthday, and I said, I can't go on like this. And I knew it had to start here. I knew that I had to get my for me, yes, the weight was miserable, but it's what was going on up here. The obsession, the constant noise, and how am I going to get it? Where am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? Who am I going to? It's a nightmare. This is an addict. I'm like the alcoholic who's got to have the alcohol. That's what sugar. When I put sugar and flour in my system, I can't have like a tiny little bite. Because if let's say you had something, you said, oh, here, try it. I'm out at Dunkin' Donuts in 10 minutes from here. That's where I'm going to be, because that's the kind of addict I am. And I really would like to address that it is National Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and that's from NADA, which is the National Eating Disorder Association. 30 million people in America suffer from eating disorders. 1 out of 10 seek treatment. 1 out of 10. That is a devastatingly low number. And the reason why that we're bringing light to it is because there is such shame around this disease. It is not sexy to say you're a glutton. It is not sexy to say I stick my head in a toilet bowl 5 times a day and I throw up like an animal. Like there's no pride in it. So people keep it a secret and they suffer terribly and they are killing themselves slowly. So
last week not that it's funny, but on Mondays we've been doing a lot of mental health awareness, and it goes right back to it. It's psychology, right? No, it's about suffering. No one should suffer. No one wants to say anything. And the psychology behind whether you're an addict, you eat too much, you eat too little, there's a reason why we do it. Yours happened, you were addicted to the sugar.
For me,
changed because of your health.
Well, also, when I was 8 years old, my mother put me on diet pills. Put me on my first diet. By 13, she was on diet pills. She put me on diet pills. I was on diet pills until I was probably in my late 20s.
When you were 8, you were on diet pills?
No, it was 13. She put me on my first diet when I was 8. Then when I was 13, she took me to the diet doctor. I was put on diet pills. And I was on diet pills. Then I would go to a legal guy in New York City, in Queens, I think, and I would get drops, and they were diet pills. So I was on all these crazy diets. I also would fluctuate in my weight, and I would like eat cheese and apples and diet soda and all this crazy stuff. And I had all these health problems, and if I gained weight, I would think my clothing shrunk. I actually believed that my clothing had shrunk.
That's part of the dysmorphia. That's part of the disease of the brain. We make up stories about why things are. And I didn't gain 15 pounds. Why are my pants tight? Because we're so unaware of exactly what we're putting in our mouth and how often we eat. Americans eat all day long. There's no such thing as a break between breakfast and lunch. It's, oh, I had breakfast and now I'm going to have a donut in the office. There's bagels. There's always food. It's everywhere.
So I was with my friend. We went to an outdoor concert, and she's a large person, and so her pocketbook was so big, and she opened it up, and we were only going to this concert for 2 hours. She had so much food. I said, what are you expecting, a famine? I was being sarcastic, but she had brought tons of food just for this 2-hour concert.
But to be sensitive, and I want to be sensitive that we don't get yelled at by people listening, we're not saying that everyone has to be a size 2 or a size 4, and there is no judgment, and everyone should be who they want to be, but it's just being healthy, eating the right foods, and if there's an underlying eating issue, getting help. So I don't want anyone to feel like we're judging because they're not your size.
Addiction has nothing to do with
size. So I just want to make sure we put that out there, that no matter what size you are, just be healthy. And if there is an addiction, one way or the other, there's so many resources that we just want to bring awareness, right? It's National Eating Disorder Awareness Week. There's a reason.
Well, you really can't be healthy if you're overweight.
Correct.
You can't. And so I became whole food plant-based 10 years ago because of my health was suffering, because of my diet. And since now I'm plant-based, And I don't eat processed food anymore, very rarely, only if I'm really tired. And that's when your inhibitions go down, when you're tired, when
and
you're
you don't prep.
and you don't prep, and you have stress in your life. So I had some processed food, vegan ice cream, this and that, which is really has no health benefits to anyone. It's detrimental really to our health, processed food. So, but I've lost 10 pounds since I eat less often. I eat whole foods. I'm much happier. I look younger.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I'll be 64. Our birthdays are 64 on the 14th of March.
Wow.
So
let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear more about their stories, some resources, because I know you had some resources on your Facebook page, Jenny, for what you do.
Yes.
And we'll be right back. 888-565-1470.
Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a vCard, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. vCard Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We're talking about weight and addiction, food addictions, eating disorders. Did you see the Oscars last night?
I did not.
Did you guys see the Oscars?
Yes.
Right, you talk about, I don't know how I even thought by what you were saying, but the pretty people, maybe it was Melissa McCartney, the pretty people of the Oscars, and even no matter what weight you are, what it took for these women to get themselves together. I was thinking, how do they even take their makeup off afterwards? Spectacular makeup and hair, spectacular dresses. And I think that's part of society, right? We watch the Oscars and we watch the awards and we watch the models and we look at all these beautiful people and say, oh my gosh, that's the norm. But some of the norm is changing. I mean, even, J-Lo's not a 0-2. She's a beautiful size woman. They had Ashley, and I hate this word, the plus size model, on the red carpet. I don't know her last name, looking magnificent in a black gown. But it's about acceptance, and like Diane, you said, self-love, right?
That's also a trend that I'm not particularly on board with.
Which one?
The trend that being overweight or whatever size you are is totally acceptable. You know what? I was 75 pounds overweight, and I had no health issues.
Talk it to the microphone.
I had no health issues. So if you're a woman who is completely confident in your body, whatever size you are, and you are healthy, and you get your blood checked and you get a wellness check every year and you are staying on track, well then stay that way. But it's 1 out of 100 maybe that are actually overweight, loving their body, walking like their stuff don't stink, and they are not healthy. They are.
Well, I think to be fair to the other side, I think psychologically, people that have been overweight, like I weighed 289 pounds at one time in my life. Sometimes psychologically, before you get healthy, you have to feel the part about people around you. So I think that what's happening in the industry, because this is a money-making industry to begin with,
Sure.
they're looking for the angle where if you're overweight or you're a big voluptuous woman, whatever they call it, and using them, or men as well, they put the magazine pieces out in the pictures, and they're doing it to play this psychological game where it's okay, and now you want to lose weight, you want to get healthy, it's okay. So they're giving people a lot of, I know companies that give,
choice.
they're giving choice. Choice is the new norm now. You want to be heavy or you don't want to be heavy. My cardiologist, I've been going to her for 2 years. She didn't speak to me at all until I walked in there and I dropped 38 pounds and I was wearing a hat. Oh, you're Freddie.
She couldn't help you. She couldn't help you.
But, yes. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter how much you weigh. It's okay to have a conversation with people. You shouldn't wait until you can recognize me, because she's very thin. She's a great doctor. But then she recognized me all of a sudden. How many people have told me, wow, you've lost a lot of weight? Yeah, well, that's okay. I lost a lot of weight. So what? When I was heavy, I was the same person.
Well, they treat people differently if you're overweight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know, even if I go out without makeup and I look like hell, I'll be treated differently than if I wear a cute outfit and I'm all done up.
Sure.
So the thing is that food is now the leading cause of death, and that it kills more people now than starvation does. We are killing ourselves with food. And, you know, we talked about it's okay to be overweight and getting your test. You know that 40% of all people who drop dead of a heart attack never even had a symptom. All their tests were clear, everything was clear. You know, doctors are only guessing. They can only do so much, and they can't predict the future. So the best defense against dying young, against being sick and having diabetes, heart attack, is to maintain a healthy weight, which is a BMI of 23%, and not 25 is the standard now, but they're saying even lower.
And we talked about that on our last hour with Lisa. How many people are not diagnosed as pre-diabetic, and they don't make those lifestyle changes, and then they become diabetic, and then, you know, to lose 75, 100 pounds, if you can get to the source before it gets to that point, which is why she's had this program, this lifestyle change program.
Do we have the number?
At Holy Cross Hospital, absolutely.
But people, addicts, people who are highly addicted, they will lose the weight and they will gain it back. And we have a culture now that is into instant gratification. They would rather go and get cut open, have a surgery, get half your intestines taken out, and they turn around and they gain the weight back, or they're happy to be diagnosed with pre-diabetic diabetes and they'll just take a pill. They do not change their lifestyle. For somebody to truly change their lifestyle, and I think, Freddie, you're a perfect testament to this, you have to be on death's door, or some huge pain point has hit you where you are ready to make the change, because it's about personal responsibility. I cannot rely on a company to cook my meals, deliver my meals. When we went to Revivify and the guy said, I have clients, they buy those packaged meals, they're purely healthy. And he goes, their kitchen and their fridge is full of them. Nobody's eating them.
Well, it's accountability. You know, accountability is the name of the game. But before you get healthy, in my world, you have to be accountable for not being healthy.
That's you have to take responsibility. Yes. I can't tell you how many people I speak to, who would rather die than change their diet. In fact, in the island nations, we are not the fattest culture. We're like 11. As far as the heavy, you know, the most obese or overweight. They are, you know, having limbs cut off due to diabetes is a rite of passage. In fact, there was this man who the doctor said, you've got to change your diet or else we have to cut off your legs. You know, I don't know the whole story. So what the man did was, instead of change his diet, he went on vacation. So he'd have his last hurrah. Then he came back and he had his limbs amputated.
Wow.
I don't even know how somebody could be okay with that. I don't know what mental space you have to be in for that to be okay, but I see it walking around right here, you know, where we live.
Maybe it's that space where you think, I'm at the point of no return, this is the next step. Because you can't maybe take your life back. What you did, and Diane, all three of you did, is whatever point you got to in your lives, you said, I'm taking my life back. And Diane, yours was over illness. Yours was your calling, you said, at 45. Yours was the doctor telling you, I'm going to cut your limbs off one by one.
Well, the bottom line here is that you have choice. And sometimes you have to get educated as to what that choice means. Leslie, who was here before, and I give her a lot of credit for helping me, took me to a store to teach me how to buy water. We say the story all the time. How do you teach somebody how to buy the right water? Okay, and my son was with me, Gio was with me, and he thought I was losing my mind. I'm not losing my mind. I'm educating myself. And sometimes education is a trigger to something bad happening to you. Then you're willing to have these conversations. I want to have the conversations now. If you weigh 400 pounds, I don't care. The bottom line is you got to care. This is your journey. This is your life.
You know, then there's the opposite side too. There are those people that are anorexic. There are those people that overeat, and then, as you said, they throw up and they're bulimic. So there's that other side, and I grew up knowing people from the other side from where I grew up, right? Family members, friends. And that was that. So we all have these stories of childhood, right? We all grow up somewhere. We all have these crazy stories that stick in our head. And we talked about triggers. That trigger, if I eat this, will I look like that? And when you overeat and you're a food addict, it's got to be the other way. If I eat this, then what do you think? I know if I eat this, this will happen to me. I can't eat it. So for me, I'm on the other side of where someone obese might be.
So
somebody who's picking up, let me just finish this thought. When somebody's picking up, if you're an addict, drugs, alcohol, whatever your choice is, you're not thinking what's going to be the consequence. You're thinking, you just want it so bad that it's in your system. You're not thinking about the consequences, or I don't look at a donut and go, gee, what's that going to do to me? If I had that level of rationale at the time when I'm in the height of it, like, any addict, I would be able to walk away. But that differentiates us from a normal person. You can say, gee, I really shouldn't eat that. That's unhealthy. But look how many doctors are obese. Look how many nurses are obese. They know exactly what they should be eating and what they can't. They don't care. People eat because it feels good. It puts them in a state of numbness. They're just vegging out with food, and it's legal, and it's everywhere, and they can do it all day long.
And also, our food system is designed to create addiction.
Yes.
And so, and you look on TV, there's drug ads, medicine ads, and there's food ads, fast food. So we are constantly being lured and tempted. The thing is, Hippocrates, you know about Hippocrates we have here. I'm a big fan. How many people spend thousands of dollars for either, to go there because they're obese, they have a health condition, and apparently they leave, they get all this education. We talked about education. They leave there and they go right back to their old habits.
Well, it's the same thing we talk about people who go to all these self-help gurus around town and these inspirational, and they fly across the country and they go to this seminar and that seminar.
Spending thousands of dollars doing it.
And instead of investing in themselves, whether it be through food and a health coach or a life coach or a nutrition, invest in them, their business, but instead they're giving all of these other people so much money.
But it's easier. It's so much easier to buy a pill, buy a program, listen to this one, listen to that one, than actually sit down, rework your life, take responsibility, start cooking for yourself, start journaling, start going to bed early, start exercise. Doing all that is just way too much work.
Okay, so how do you start?
It's funny because I walk into one of the donut places, who shall remain nameless, and I can get a cup of coffee, right? And I love the way that smells, baby. But you know what? No means no. No is a full sentence. And I say to yourself, I say, Freddie, you go in there and you walk out. Let me see if you could do it. And I do this anytime. I can actually not eat when they bring stuff on the set. Is it hard? God, but killing yourself is easy. So do something hard. Challenge yourself.
I used to work for Weight Watchers. I was a meeting leader in New York City. And so one trick that I used, because weight was an issue for me, but not a lot of weight, a little chubbiness, I would go into, let's say, a chocolate store or somewhere else to smell the smell, because that was satisfying enough, and I could leave. So that would satisfy my urge to eat something that I knew wasn't going to be beneficial to me.
That's right.
I would never tell my clients to do that. That's like saying, go to the crack den, hang out, smell it, and if you leave, don't worry about it.
But
That's good.
It worked for me. It worked for me.
To each his own. But with my food addicts, with my clients, Fondle food as little as possible. Stay away from dangerous places. Don't be going out to eat and all these parties. You have to find your footing. Once you are solid and you've got your drugs out of you and you've detoxed and you've gotten a balance and you're eating your 3 meals and you're in your rhythm, then you can enter back into life with a new set of eyes and a new mindset. But you cannot do that going out of the gate.
Well, that's why I would eat before I went somewhere, or if there wasn't any food for me, I would leave, or I'd bring my own food, or not go to the event. Even as a Weight Watcher, I would not go to certain events because of the food. Because my health was more important. I could skip that one event, or meet them after, or do something else, and so I could preserve myself.
But you took your life back, and
yes.
you all did. And
now, I currently am on Weight Watchers, and we've had them on here. And the old system is one thing, and the new system, it's another. It's a new system they have, and they talk about your journey and all this. And there were new people that come into this thing. We go every Saturday, and there was a lady there who says, what's the average? I mean, she got into the numbers. You know, there is, in my world, there isn't right and wrong. All there is results. Did I gain weight the last couple of weeks? Yeah. Did I know why? Absolutely. Am I back losing weight starting this morning? Yeah. But the bottom line is that I can't be afraid to be healthy. You see, there was a time in my life that I thought eating salad was eating healthy, and I was afraid to be healthy. I was afraid that if you had a burger in there and I ate it, so what? Remember, we used to have the mac cheese and all that stuff. I didn't care about that. Who cares? Food for me was fun. And if I'm not having fun, my life, we're in the entertainment business. You know how hard it is to go to an entertainment deal and people giving you champagne? You go, no. Got to be able to do that. You got to be able to do that to still do the things that we do.
Bingo. You just put it on the head. I had, in my addiction, I had no more life left. I didn't want to leave the house. I was ashamed to go out. I was embarrassed to be seen. And I couldn't, I couldn't eat the way I wanted to if I went out and had and ate like a lady, and then go home and, binge my face off. So you hit it on the head. If I want a life that is truly of quality, I've got to put my drug down. And I love what you said about the numbers and long lasting. If Weight Watchers, and I'm not dissing it, it's a fantastic program, but if it truly worked, people wouldn't keep going back and renewing their lifetime membership every 3 years. They're there all the time. Weight Watchers is a wonderful program for some people, but the numbers speak for themselves. They always gain the weight back. They go back. I have lost 75 pounds, and I haven't gained it back in 5 years.
How long did it take you to lose all that weight?
It took me 9 months to lose
Remarkable.
75 pounds. And I didn't exercise like a fiend, not at all. I don't eat sugar and flour, and I eat 3 weighed and measured meals, and that's my life. That's it. And because I do that, I don't have to worry about dieting. I don't have to worry about anything except living my life in between.
Well, the thing is, too, we have to be ready to make these changes and mentally ready. And we talk about these parties and events. You create the life you want. You're not a puppet. They say, come here, come there. You don't have to go anywhere. You can create the whole world you want. You don't have to have friends where it revolves around meals. You can do other things. And so activities.
But I think what you said is the best thing.
Yes.
Create the life you want. Whether it be food, work, relationships, create your life, because it's your life.
You can control the activities, the events you're going to have to go to when you're in the business. But you're right. I mean, you could say no. We've done it before. I've had interns remove the plate from here when it's served, and they take it away because I've told them I can't have it. It isn't that I don't want to have it. I just can't have it. There's a big difference between want and can't have. I think that the bottom line here is that if you, whatever it is that you're doing, you're happy about doing it and you're in a good place, more power to you.
Can I just say, the last thing I'd ever wish on anybody is to be a food addict. And if I could, I'd be eating all day long sugar and flour. My head would be buried in it. And like you said, I can't. And that took a long time to come to that realization that I really can't have just one bite. It took me years. That's why I went up and down, because I wasn't aware that I really had a food problem, not a weight problem. I had a food problem. Food was my issue, and it came down to sugar and flour, those 2 things that are in everything. And I wasn't binging on lettuce or bags of carrots. That did nothing for me. I wanted the good stuff and the addictive stuff. Carrots are not addicting.
Could I
just hold that thought? We're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call. Let us hear your stories. 888-565-1470.
Family.
We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Are you ready to fall in love with yourself? Own your gifts and step right into your power. Well, you've come to the right place. FeelGoodExpress.com. I'm Dee Dee Lyons, and I'm founder of my Feel Good Express lifestyle program. It's so easy peasy. I empower you with heart-centered tips and tools that you'll have to practice every day. The mantra will be, believe it before you see it. I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters. So follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and at my website, feelgoodexpress.com.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on a magical Monday. Give us a call. Tell us your stories. 888-565-1470. Just need to make sure we are no judgment whatsoever. But as Diane said, you know what? Live your life. Choose your life. Whatever life you want it to look like, do it. Find the resources. We've got plenty here at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We're more than happy to make the connections with all of these coaches that we have, the diabetes educators, the programs. It's why we are here every day. You can take your life back at any age. It is absolutely never, ever too late. And do you find you work with women or men at a certain age group more than others?
Older. For me, it's older.
Older meaning what? I'm afraid to ask.
My age, older, 50s, 60s, they already have had cancer. They have all these. It's very hard for them to change. They want to go out to eat. So yes, my age group is eating out is social, and they're usually in their Florida people, 50s, 60s.
Well, eating out becomes social maybe when you retire and this is what you do every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to the doctors and you go out to eat. Unfortunately, that becomes, unless you're active and you're working all the time, and then you don't have time to prep. So this catch-22, no matter which way you fall, or you take your life back.
Well, the age number's gonna start coming down because more and more of the baby boomers are leaving, and those that stay behind are living longer. The average person's living longer, so your kids are having to take care of that, and then they're having children in school. It becomes a sandwich theory. So what's beginning to happen is that they begin to work the long hours and eating all the Mickeys, and they shouldn't be eating and doing all the things that are going to get you sick. So you're going to see that trend is going to start getting younger.
Because they see their parents sick.
That's right.
And actually the life expectancy is going down a little bit.
Has it?
We're getting sicker. Yes, it's going down.
I thought it went up to 88.
No, it's 78 for women, but they believe that the generation after the baby boomers will not live as long as we're living.
Because it's such a sedentary society. And look at the kids, the millennials or Gen Z, when no one even goes outside.
I know.
Right? You don't have to go to the mall. You don't have to go buy your groceries. You don't ever have to leave your house if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can be done online, virtually, and it gets delivered to you.
You know, the bottom line is there's 1,000 reasons why, sedentary, all these things. The bottom line is, like she said, it's your life. You get to choose how you're going to live it. If you want to stay indoors, that is a choice. If you want to get healthy, there are plenty of ways to do that. There are so many systems out there. You can hire coaches like us, Weight Watchers. You go to the store. There's so many ways to be healthy, but it's not just physical. You know, there's way more than physical. We talked about last time mindset.
Mindset's
huge. What are you telling yourself? What messages are you telling yourself? How are you giving back to the world? If you're staying home and not leaving your house, you're not giving much. So there's got to be this energy and this flow.
Well, let me ask you ladies a question. We have some friends and we say, come visit us. And they say, I've heard this over the weekend, I can't come because I've gained so much weight, I'm embarrassed.
Shame. That's exactly why the National Eating Disorder Week that's why they're doing this, because the shame that people experience with their weight gain and all that, they're ashamed to be seen. And we need to let people know, like Freddie was saying, we love you no matter what size you are.
Right.
You are lovable and you are worthy. Whether you are 600 pounds, whether you are 60 pounds underweight, you are loved. And that message has to come across. And that needs to come from friends and family also. I hope I'm not the only one who's telling you that, but sometimes people do hire coaches just to get that pat on the back and say, I need somebody to push me forward and hold my hand, because they don't get family support. I have a lot of people that their family wants nothing to do with this. What is that crazy diet you're on? What? You don't need that.
And then there's the other side that you have family support, but you don't believe it from your family because you need it from a third party because your family loves you and they accept you.
You
and
take
they're here
it
to
from
help
wherever
you.
you can get it. If it's pure and honest, you take the love where you can get it.
Well, look, you started walking when this first happened. You and Sabrina were living with you, and they would go on walks with you every night.
And we're going to walk. We're going to start walking tonight. Today's a new day. You know, the funny thing about life is it's great when people say you look great. It's great when people come and they put their arm around you if they still can, whatever the deal is. But the bottom line is you got to look in that mirror and you got to love yourself. You got to say, you know something, I'm worth it. I'm worth, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it's got to make a difference. Bring it. You don't hide because you've gained weight. You don't do that. You bring it. If people are your friends, you're going to find out real fast. And if they're not, then we find new friends.
Well, you know, talking about being overweight is so taboo. If I post anything, a vegan meme on Facebook, and we're showing like a vegan person and the average person who's on the standard American diet, I will get so many messages about how I'm fat shaming. I mean, the truth is there are more people who are overweight now than there are thin people.
But there are people who can be vegan and not thin.
Yes, that's
because
true.
There are so many substitutes you can put into your foods that does not encourage you to lose weight. And I know you guys are you're talking before the show. If you're going to be vegan, you can eat, you and I've talked about this, you can put sauces on, and you can put non-dairy cheeses on, and you can put things that are on there that are going to keep your weight up.
Processed foods.
The processed foods. So that's not
We both
necessarily
advocate eating whole foods.
Right. So that's the common theme, is the whole foods.
Yes.
It's not the processed, whether you're vegan, not vegan, vegetarian. The processed foods are going to get you no matter what plan you're on.
But the point is that you can't
It's the
even
sugar and
talk
flour. There
about
you go.
being overweight. People attack you, and it's it's right there, the elephant in the room, and no pun intended. But we can't talk about it. No, I'm not shaming
I didn't
them,
think about it
but
until
it's
you said that.
I
Yes.
just made that up. But we're not like people. It's a taboo subject, and it shouldn't be. We need to talk about this.
True.
You raised an interesting point that, they need to be able to love themselves and give themselves that pat in the back. But for me, my clients, they don't come to me when they don't arrive feeling great about themselves at all. But once they get off the sugar and flour and I start working with them 30, 60, 90 days in, they are feeling amazing.
Sure.
And they are experiencing that. And that's the building block. That's where you have to start. People say, it's mindset first. And I go, it's not. You can't tell an alcoholic, if he's drinking 3 bottles of Jack a day, you can't say, you better work on that mindset, then drop the alcohol. It doesn't work that way. You've got to put it down and get some foundation, solid foundation with a clear mind. And when you can do that, then you start feeling. And something else about the fat shaming, we are such sensitive human beings. We get our feelings hurt. And the reason why somebody like me and her friend, I don't want to come because I don't want to be seen, I gained weight. And you're lovingly saying, oh, don't be ridiculous, come. But that's how yucky I feel about myself. And it makes me feel unlovable. And we're sensitive. Do you know how many times I've walked in and saw somebody 3 months later, I'm 40 pounds heavier. They can't help but have that, what happened to you face, And even if they don't say it, you feel it. It's an awful feeling. And I never, one day at a time, thank you God, I never have to feel that way again.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, whether you feel it, you don't feel it, that's gonna be more important than anything else. It doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter what anybody says. It has to come from you. So my objectivity to this thing is, I don't hide. I was a diabetic. I can say I was because I'm no longer technically. But when I weighed 289 pounds, I was a coach. I was coaching kids, and I didn't realize I wasn't diabetic until I went to the doctor. And he says, you have a problem. And I lost the weight. But I didn't lose weight for them. I didn't lose weight for anybody. I lost it for me.
And that's why you're keeping it off, because it's for you, not somebody else.
So if somebody is heavy, not heavy, I don't look at it that way. I says, come on. And if they say to me, Freddie, how do you do it? Like there's a lot of people in Weight Watchers, or 20 guys go now, which is unheard of from this one place. And it's a journey. And everybody writes their own. It's not here to be judged, not here to be shamed. It's not here about anything. This is about, if you want help, come on, let's do it. No strings attached.
Let's give out your information.
Yes.
Okay. How people can find you?
Yes, I'm the Relentless Vegan. You can find me at the
Relentless Vegan.
I am relentless.
Diane Schwartz, the Relentless Vegan.
Yes, I am. And you can reach me right now at therelentlessvegan@gmail.com. And my cell phone number is 561-414-8220.
And Jenny?
You can reach me, Jennifer Alembic Coaching. That's ALEMBIK. And you can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. Follow me.
I found out we have a mutual friend, she told me, and the loveliest person. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in a long time, and amazing. So hugs to you if you're watching. You know who you are.
Yeah, the bottom line here is sometimes you got to be real. When I was sick and my kids sat at a table with me, and they say, Dad, you always taught us to be real. Now it's your turn to be real. So if you want to get healthy, then be real about it. Accountability. Be accountable to yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you, be accountable. Be accountable
And
to
if
yourself.
you are pre-diabetic or a diabetic, there is a lifestyle program happening at Holy Cross Hospital. They've been funded by the CDC. They have a grant. There is no fee. It's in Fort Lauderdale. They will also do it online. You can reach out to Lisa Zierman, 954-383-9419, because often when you're overweight and it comes down to lifestyle, and there's so many things, and studies have shown that the medication, and that we didn't even touch on that, I think if people who are diabetic, pre-diabetic, if you take that pill, you think you can eat anything you want.
That's right. That's not the way it works.
It's not the way it works, and you've been there too.
Been done that.
Great
Don't
show,
work.
ladies. Thank you. It is, what is it, National Eating Disorder Awareness
National
Week?
Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and it's by NADA, National Eating Disorder Association.
So stay tuned, more to come with that this week. Be kind to each other. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Internationally patented, Pure Wave technology helps eliminate radiation from modern electronic devices which can cause chronic disease. Pure Wave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. Non-invasive technology promotes relaxation, a better quality of life, and more energy. Call PureWave Now at 561-965-7777. PureWaveNow.com.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.